What do you think of Mike Nelson there?
I don't know that I have a favorite Mike Nelson story, right? Not something like he said, she said, but just a couple things that I find particularly unique about Mike Nelson that really no one else has. One, when I first started working with Mike Nelson, was Heather. Now I thought his name was Heather, or maybe that was the name of his man lover or something, because he talked so constantly and affectionately about. I knew more about Heather than I knew about my own wife, which was, I guess he stopped talking about Heather after Jesse apparently saw Heather and said, "Hi Heather, I've never met you, but I feel like I'm in love with you." And then the other thing I guess that will be leaving our department with Mike Nelson is my having to explain to our callers that yes, that was a sneeze, not an earthquake. My coworker sitting a few cubicles down has sneezed, and that is the thing that made you think that you were on fire.
Probably the most enjoyable and educational, I would say, is when he shoved the entire networking book into my brain through the course of about a half hour and 2 drawings on a piece of paper for it.
Favorite Mike Nelson story is probably the first time I actually met Mike. I was doing training in the UK. It was my first week over there, and I ran into a couple of other agents I knew over there, and they said, yeah, there's this new Mike Nelson guy. He's an agent from Chicago, and he's over here to help get the special agent program running, and that he'd probably come over sometime later. So I was in the middle of training these new agents, and all of a sudden, boom, the door to the training room just flew open, and in strides Mike, and he's like, "Hi, I'm Mike Nelson." He made an entrance. The agents that I was training, they were looking around, they didn't know what was going on. They came up to me later and was like, "Who is this, some sort of sheriff?" So he got the nickname the Sheriff there for a while. But then, of course, by the end of the time in the UK, Mike had graduated to Lord Nelson, Lord and Conqueror, and Master of the Field in the UK.
I worked with Mike Nelson between 2007 and 2008 over at the Geneva, Illinois store. My favorite Mike Nelson memory would probably have to be the first ride-along I went on with him. We walked into the client's house, took off our shoes, and the first thing out of Mike's mouth was, "You need to buy new socks. You need to buy new socks. Your socks are way too short." That night I went to Kmart, bought about 20 pairs of giant tube socks that went up to my knees, and Mike was okay with that. So that was...
First time that I met Mike Nelson was back when I was working at Secret Weapon. We got an email from him while he was on special assignment over in the UK. "Hey, I heard that I have a desk there at the corporate office. That's really weird. I've never even been there yet. Can you send me a picture of mine?" He took his CRT monitor, keyboard and mouse, and moved them into the stall in the bathroom. Took a picture of that and sent it over his way and said his cube was ready for him whenever he got back from the UK.
I wanted to highlight some of the fun times we had over here in England when you were with us, and also the time that I flew into Vegas, and then you realised I was in Vegas and I realised you were in Vegas, and we're like, "Hey, you're in Vegas, I'm in Vegas, what are you doing?"
I remember distinctively when I first was introduced to him in London. I was just really excited just to find another person who spoke English very similar to mine. My aura of happiness was kind of ripped away from me when I came late one day, and he took me and Jarrell Peters to the side and had us write down late nudes on a sheet of paper, took a baseball bat, went outside and had us pose. And I thought that would be the last time I'd see that picture, but apparently just recently it was made available on Facebook by his ever so lovely wife, Heather.
Basically first started talking when I called him out of the blue when I became Geek Squad agent and found out his badge was 143 and he wasn't coming and hanging out with the entire Geek Squad clan in Chicago. So I reached out with him and then invited him to come out to a couple gatherings that we had. Coming together and working in London and like him playing it off that I didn't find out that he was going to London, and then I tried to schedule some jobs when he was supposed to depart. Working together again with him in Secret Weapon and in London and in Chicago. I mean, we got 2 different countries and 2 different states. I made a good embarrassing moment for Mike on his wedding day where I had his badge hijacked by his wife at the time and called him out and made him do push-ups. So.
He's taught me, more than I can ever possibly think of. I will miss being able to say like, "Oh crap, I don't know, quick, give me my phone," and then just kind of pop up, "I need help," and then instantly he'd be there with any kind of weird random answer with something I've never heard of in my entire life before.
Didn't really start to know him really well until our departments combined and we sat next to each other, and I understood that booming noise was him sneezing.
You know, this is a good time for him to finally leave, you know, because we were really starting to get tired of him. He was really getting on our nerves, and
He's been just like a major irritation, honestly. Like he's like semi-chipper, and he's got a fuzzy head that reminds me of an old dog I used to have. That's why I call him Zaza from time to time. I'd say personally greatest contribution is beer brewing. He showed me the ways of beer brewing and got me interested in it, and for that I'm eternally grateful and mildly intoxicated. For the team contribution, geez, he really hasn't done very much. He's pretty lazy. Clicks and clacks like he's doing work, but just not a lot comes out of it. No.
I just want to say a massive thank you to yourself for all the help and support you've given us in the UK back when I first started.
All the culture, everything that he knew it right off the top of his head. He just instilled a great sense of culture in everyone he talked to with Geek Squad.
Mike's done a lot of great things for the company. You know, working with him in Chicago when we were both special agents, I always trusted him on getting the job done at least, and I didn't have to worry about, you know, the customers not getting the proper service and the.
I had a lot of energy. I had a love for life. You know, he ran into everything full speed ahead, saying things he probably would regret later on. Sometimes like a bull in a china shop. But the great thing about Mike is he's honest. He's legit. He's one of those few people out there that you can say there's no guile in him. He's been a great asset to the company. Incredible. All the work he's done on the culture and supporting it and developing it over the years. Mike has always been there. He's always stepped up and put 100% of what his effort into it.
I mean, he's the guy that does all the badge ceremony, like anything culture related or anything to that effect is Mike Nelson. He's, you know, not afraid to go up to anyone, chat with them, shoot the breeze, kick Brian Dunn out of the way of a soda machine. But beer's the everlasting contribution, and I'm genuinely afraid that our love of brewing and talk of brewing will cease and desist when Mr. Nelson is no longer with us.
Big impact to Secret Weapon is going to be a big impact to the culture of Geek Squad, you know, because, you know, he was known by a lot of agents, and a lot of people did respect him and look up to him.
You go to hell.
Overall, it's been great working with him, and hopefully I get to keep kicking his butt around the racquetball court, and we wish him nothing but the best moving forward.
Whatever he's doing, he's going to do awesome at it, and I wish you the best, Mike.
Hi Mike, this is coming to you from sunny Saudi Arabia. Just want to say thank you for the support you gave us, starting Geek Squad in the UK. Your enthusiasm and energy was amazing. That filtered down to all of us, and hopefully you'll carry that same enthusiasm into your next venture. Good luck, all the best from sunny Saudi Arabia.
And wish this was live. I hope the best for your future new project. And host Geek Squad, thanks again. From Agent 6222.
You know, I'm sure that when he's gone, I'm gonna miss him pulling his weight. I'm sure Mike Nelson checked out is more efficient than me checked in. So I genuinely wish you the best, Mike Nelson. And I hope that one day you aspire to a position where you can rub your filthy wellness in my face and will someday take me with you. Thank you.
So I wish you the best of luck for your new job and your new career. Take care.
I just wanted to say good luck, farewell, good luck in whatever you're doing next. Anyways, hope you have a great time and good luck on whatever you do. Speak to you soon. Take care. Cheers. Bye.
Who knows what'll happen next? You know, I think the weekends will start blossoming and doing some beer brewing or brew beering. I wish you the best of luck and you know, hopefully things really kick off in what you're doing and all your future endeavors. And congrats, and looking forward to hearing some other good stories that you're going to tell us about what goes on in that side of the business.
Basically, I just wanted to say congratulations, man. I'm super happy for you. You will be one of those 40% that will succeed for it. Keep that in your mindset, and you're going to go wicked far for it. And as long as I can call you a corporate big shot from now on, I'll be super happy with that. So thanks, and I'll miss you a lot.
I'm going to miss working with Mike. He's a great guy, and I know that whatever Mike sets his goals on, he's going to succeed. I just knew it was a matter of time until someone who realized the potential of this agent and took him to the next step. I'm sad to see him leave the Geek Squad, but you never really leave the Geek Squad. And even though you may not be wearing the uniform anymore, Mike, I know that inside you'll still always bleed black and orange.